Arden Hull in the middle of this three-match home run-in to the end of the season, a thrilling 25-22 victory over Sheffield Eagles on Wednesday, and hoping to revenge an earlier league defeat at Featherstone back in November. Featherstone Rovers the visitors. In fact, that victory over Sheffield on Wednesday night leapfrogged Hull over Featherstone. Hull got up to 10th place, and Featherstone back in 11th, and there are mathematical chances of perhaps still making the top 8, but I think that's really realistically all they are. Leeds and Widnes just ahead of Hull, and I think either of them really needs to win one more game to guarantee a top 8 place. Let's have a look at the two sides as they line up today. The Hull side, first of all, Richard Gaze at full-back, Brandon Greenwood on the wing for the injured Paul Eastwood, Gary Nolan and James Grant in the centres, with Paul Sterling returning on the left wing. Jeff Doyle and Mark Hewitt are the half-backs, Russ Walker, Mike Dixon and Tim Street the front row, Danny Deve, Steve McNamara in the second row with John Sharp at loose forward. Rob Wilson and Mark Jones are on the bench for Hull. The Featherstone side, Carl Gibson at full-back, Ikram Butt, Chris Bibb, Eva Ropati and Owen Simpson across the three quarters, Martin Pearson and Brett Daunt the halfbacks, Steve Malloy, Richard Gunn, Leo Casey the front row, Gary S. Price and Gary H. Price, plenty of opportunity for confusion there in the second row, with Brendan Tutor, the Kiwi test player, at loose forward. Neil Roebuck and Mark Ellis are the two substitutes. Very strong wind blowing, and straight down the field this afternoon. Blustery conditions, certainly. The referee today, just Mr. Jim Smith, who rather like Robin Whitfield a couple of weeks ago, and is in his last season as a senior referee, reached the dreaded age of 50, and it could well be his last appearance at the Boulevard this afternoon. Familiar figure over the years. It's going to be Featherstone to kick off. And they'll have the wind in the first half. Brian Holwell's here with me. Not a great deal to play for today. I think Hull will want to finish above Featherstone in the league, certainly, and will certainly want to revenge that defeat back in November. But Featherstone are a useful side, done well in the first division.
Yeah, they play good football. I'm looking forward to seeing some spectacular tries. Good strong run by Steve McNamara. But of course, you said not a lot to play for, Steve. Players have the contracts to play for. Street tackled by Daunt. John Sharp. Oh, Daunt in again from the marker position. Did well at Featherstone, Daunt. Dixon. Tackled by Casey and Gunn. Russ Walker been in superb form his last couple of months. Russ Walker. Ball back to Mark Hewitt, who's in for Des Hasler. Straight to Carl Gibson, who's been a pretty good sounding for Featherstone. Don't make any ground that time. Stopped by Grant and McNamara. Ikram Butt. Sign from Leeds. Malloy, another late signing from Leeds. Price. That was Gary S. Ex-Wakefield Trinity player. That was Tutor. Spectators complaining that the pass was forward. Good tackle by Doyle. Last tackle. Ball back to Martin Pearson. It'll be a long one. He's got the advance of this very, very strong wind. Well taken by Richard Gay. Sterling. Makes the 20. Sharp over the 20. Tim Street. Runs into a high shot from Tutor. This time referee Jim Smith agrees that it's a penalty to Hull. Pretty thin gate here. I suppose reflecting the point that really there isn't a great deal to play for with these two clubs. Russ Walker. Oh, good run by Walker. Bumps Malloy off. Devitt. Oh, we've heard us already signed for Featherstone for next year. Hewitt drops off McNamara. The two Prices in the tackle. Hewitt again. Doyle. Sharp on the drop off. Doyle. Ball to Grant. Gay. Go for the gap. To Greenwood. It's got the corner. Oh, well done, Greenwood. Good try. Carl Gibson coming across. Greenwood just had the pace, got outside his man, just inside the corner flag. Good try. Really made, I think, one of the Featherstone defenders, I think it was Casey, moved up too quickly, left a gap for Richard Gay, and he went straight through it. And an inch perfect pass to Brendan Greenwood. Took his try well, Steve.
Certainly did, showed a bit of pace there, had a bit to do to beat Carl Gibson and did him for pace very nicely. Richard Gay finding a huge amount of area around the ruck and nipped through the gap, beat another tackle and then an inch perfect pass out to the winger. That'll do Brendan Greenwood's confidence a lot of good. He's had a few appearances in the first team this year, the former Siddall amateur. Ovenden amateur, I'm corrected. Certainly Halifax Junior might cover it all. And had a few games in the centre. On the wing today, and we've seen in some of the matches before that he has a fair amount of pace, and that was a good opening try. Steve McNamara, or is it Mark Hewitt, sorry, has been entrusted with the goal-kicking responsibilities today with Paul Eastwood out injured. Against the wind, not a bad effort. Very tricky, blustery wind here at the Boulevard. Mark Hewitt not a long way off that conversion. So 5 minutes of the match gone. Hull ahead by 4-0. The sort of game, Brian, I think, where we might expect quite a few points today. There certainly in the last few weeks have been some very high-scoring matches as sides, for a variety of reasons, really, I suppose. In some cases, sides not having a huge amount to play for. And also, I think at this end of the season, teams playing a lot of players who are much less than fully fit.
Yeah, that's fair comment. I think that was the case on Wednesday night. But it does make for spectacular tries when the defence is not quite as tight. Steve McNamara. Doyle, Street. Sharp. Playing against his hometown team. Doyle. Good kick by Doyle. Into the 20, fielded by Carl Gibson. Post tackled by Sterling. Hickram Butt. Catch. Price. Casey. Former Oldham player. Cost up Featherstone 100,000 some 3 seasons ago. Tutor. Tackled by Walker. Malloy. That should be the 5th tackle. Malloy injured, hurt in that tackle. Been in pretty good form for Featherstone this season, Steve Malloy. In fact, I think really, Steve, looking back over the season, Featherstone are a team a bit like Hull, aren't they? They've had some very good performances, but they haven't really been able to put a string of wins together.
Yes, I think rather like Hull also, the home form's been a lot better than their away. But I think the supporters must be reasonably satisfied with the season. After all, Featherstone came up from the second division last year. Those Rovers players well offside. Yes, Mr. Smith waits to see what happens. Well in front of the kicker. Steve Malloy is being taken off, and on comes substitute Mark Ellis. Not a name I'm familiar with. And Hull from that penalty make ground up towards halfway.
I'm not sure if Mark Ellis isn't from Doncaster, has played for Doncaster, might be wrong. Deaver. To Gay, to Hewitt. McNamara. Oh, that was a high tackle by Pearson. So his head go back from up here. So it's Hewitt, so trying to find touch on the threatening stand side, he does. And it makes about 15 yards. Russ Walker. Hewitt, sharp on the blind side, tackled by Pearson. Street. Oh, good run by Street. Oh, blind. Dixon. Oh, that long ball. Yeah, was meant to cut out Deaver. It's ready for Richard Gay. A move we've seen on several occasions. It goes wrong because Deaver gets in the way. So it's Featherstone's tap on the 20. And it's Icker and Butts. No, it's not Icker and Butts. Simpson. Price. Ellis. Casey. Oof. Oh. Knock on there by Doe. Referee didn't see it. Price. The other Price. Oh, good tackle by Doyle. Over the top. I think it's Mike Dixon underneath. Richard Gunn kicks. Finds touch. About 10 metres out from the whole line. Hewitt to Greenwood. Gary Nolan scored a great try against Sheffield. A 50-yard run. McNamara. John Sharp. Oh, lovely ball out to Richard Gay. Oh, just caught. Important tackle that by Don't. Street. Doyle. Kicks for Butt. Good tackle by, oh, Hewitt doesn't get him. Gets out of Hewitt's tackle to Ellis. Casey. Tutor. If ever the expression playing above your weight, Steve certainly applies to Brendan Tutor. Price. Doyle holds on to him. Dangerous runner, Price. Pearson. Big one from Pearson. Richard Gay takes it well. Beats Rapati. Oh, Oh, what a mistake. Good try. Rapati did well to make the corner, Steve, in the end, but as that pass by Richard Gay, I suppose he'd say if it went hand to Greenwood, he'd have had a chance down the right-hand side, but really it was a pass to nothing, wasn't it?
Yes, unfortunately, it would have been spectacular if it had come off, but it gave Featherstone possession, and they had the numbers on that far side. And I think it was Mark Hewitt, the man was caught in really the choice of Rapati in the wing, and Rapati really dummied his way over. So Featherstone level. But a try you've certainly got to say they came from a Hull error. So Martin Pearson with this conversion attempt from the far side. Four points all. A good effort, pretty close, but it's 4 apiece. And Eva Rapati looks to have been a good acquisition for Featherstone. Has had a previous spell at the club and played at Sheffield and at Oldham. Much travelled player, one of a famous set of brothers, but like his brother Tia Rapati, a quick runner and a very tough, hard player, Brian.
Yeah, one of those excellent try-scoring record. Certainly knows where the line is. Hewitt to restart. But that was really a gift, 4 points from Hull. Holds up in the wind. Oh, Chris Bibb. Good tackle by Steve McNamara. Ellis. Casey. Tuta. Doyle keeps hold of him. But he gets rid of the ball, doesn't keep hold of him. Price. Good tackle by Walker, clamps the ball. Through the Price on the drop-off. Daunt tackled. Pearson. High kick. Should be Hewitt. Oh, it lets it bounce. Bounce over Gate's head. Oh! Carl Gibson collects it. Holding, looking to get away with that. Last tackle. Hewitt running off. Sterling. Yeah, John Sharp. Doyle to Diva. Oh, to Gary Nolan. Nolan beats him. He's got Gay with him. Gay. Oh, what a good tackle by Gibson. But Gay's still going. He's got Gary Nolan. Knocks on. That was a pretty good try-scoring chance for Hull, Steve. I thought Nolan and Gay between them should have scored there.
Well, Gary Nolan did everything right first time. He drew the man, Walter Richard Gay, but it was a desperate ankle tap that stopped him. And then from the second chance, Hull didn't quite exploit the space they had. But a promising break. Danny Dive standing wide doing the damage on that occasion. Featherstone now to run it back. Rapati tackled some 23 metres from his line. Price. Ellis. Been very heavily involved since replacing Steve Malloy. Richard Gunn out to Tuta, who's already creating lots of problems. This time he is tackled with the ball. His rate of offloading the ball is as high as anybody in the league. Well, that was a penalty which Brendan Tutor certainly played for, in my view. He wasn't pulled back. He took that extra yard or two forward, I thought, as he regained his feet, Brian.
Yeah, I think he did. So it's gone to restart. It'll be Casey. Ellis again. Gun, switch. Don't. Gun. Pace on the deep ball. It's checked by Gary Nolan. Rapati. Pace and chips. It looks too strong. It isn't. It held up well, but Mark Hewitt's there first. To Gibson. Oh well, collected by Gibson. Stopped by Doyle. Good tackle by Jeff Doyle. Price. Casey. Oh, nearly gets rid of the ball to Gunn. Pearson. Price. Gunn. Last tackle. Don't. Kicks. Nice kick by Don't. Knock on by the Featherstone chasers, so it's Hull to play the ball, just 5 yards from their own line. Deaver. You're not supposed to be out. He should have had somebody behind him, nobody there, played it to himself, the referee let it go. Tim Street. Sharp. Off low to McNamara, nice ball into the gap. Good drive by Steve McNamara. Walker. Doyle straightens and goes. Good run by Doyle. To Grant. Grant going. To Gay. Splendid try by Hull. The break by Doyle, support play by James Grant, and the final pass by Richard Gay underneath the post. Excellent movement. That must have covered nearly 50 yards then. So Grant looks as though he's tearing his ankle. Good try, Steve.
It was some excellent work by Jeff Doyle, who's been very prominent as always in defence so far. Nice break. Found James Grant on his inside nicely. I thought for a moment that Grant certainly, I think, saw the line and decided to go for it, and pass inside earlier to Richard Gay might have well put full-back away, but he was caught by the Featherstone cover, but still found Gay on the inside. Excellent try. Went over 50 yards, I think, because Jeff Doyle took the ball inside his own half. So, Richard Gay, the maker of the first try, the scorer of Hull's second. An easy position for Mark Hewitt to add the conversion, which offers no problem to him, and Hull have the lead again by 10 points to 4. And really, I think very much a deserved score, Brian. Featherstone have had a bit of pressure in the last few minutes, but that try came from a Hull mistake, and to my mind, Hull are playing the more constructive football.
Yeah. It's interesting, we saw on Wednesday night some long distance tries from Hull, Steve, you know, and we never think about Hull backs being quick, but there's no doubt when people like Gay and Grant, and we saw on Wednesday night Gary Nolan get in the stride, they take some stopping. Pearson kicks, it should be Greenwood's ball. Does well, does well. Deaver. Walker. Good tackle by Ellis. Oh, was offside there. Grant to Gay. To Grant. Dixon. Good support play by Hull. Sharp. Straight. High tackle by Tuta. Doyle kicks straight to Gibson. Ooh. Oh, well tackled by Doyle and Grant. Ikram Butt falls to Doyle's tackle. He'll certainly miss Def Doyle when he leaves next year for the Perth Reds. He's had a great season. Casey. Price. Oh, good run by Price, straight up the middle. Last tackle. Gunn kicks. Deep, long kick. It might be too long. Now it's holding up. Gay running across. Gay. Thought he was going to pass there to Sterling. Remembers last time what happened when he passed under pressure. Sterling does well. There's Dixon receiving the treatment for Hull. John Sharp. Diva. Oh, to Gary Nolan, side steps. He's got Hewitt with him. Hewitt going for the line. Hewitt going for the line. Oh, the Featherstone chasers get back. Good attack by Hull. Gary Nolan, Greenwood. Oh, good tackle. Last tackle. That was a good attack by Hull. Hewitt. Grant. Doyle. Devey. Props. Gay. McNamara. There's a gap. Inside to Sterling. Russ Walker. Tackled by 3 defenders. A good attack though, Steve.
Tremendous fluent ball movement by Hull. Not only in that last tackle, keeping it going, but also in the previous ones as well. Mark Hewitt, some great support work from the scrum half. But what a good game Gary Nolan's having, Brian.
Yeah, making yards, really coming on the ball in the gap. He's got a nice side step. Completely wrong-footed Brett Jones, who was sweeping for Featherstone, left him for dead. Ellis. Tuta. Strong man, Tuta. Gets rid of it again. Richard Gunn well wrapped up. Casey. Oh, ball out to Bibb. Side stepping. Bibb looking to link up. Oh, he isn't. Last tackle. We've got men out going left. Pearson, Chips. Should be Hull's ball. And it is. But really, good side step by Chris Bibb, Steve.
And a very good break by the former fullback. Been in dispute with Featherstone most of the season, only signed come the new year, I think. Mark Jones is on the field. He crept on unnoticed to us. For Mike Dixon, who's gone off. That will certainly disorientate the whole attack. Dixon, the acting half. Steve McNamara running well. Walker's gone to acting half. Finds John Sharp on the short side. Don't miss the Dive. Touch judge on this side came walking in and then went off. Steve McNamara handling again in this set. It's the last tackle, Hull just short of the halfway line. Hewitt, kick charge down, comes to Gunn. who was onside. So Featherstone start the tackle count on the halfway line, midfield. Here's Ellis. Taken by Tim Street. Mark Hewitt. Tutor. Don't. Pearson. Nice ball out to Row Party. It's well tackled by Brandon Greenwood, but Simpson's still going. Simpson's caught by the bootlaces, gets the ball away, and it goes into touch. Well, enterprising stuff by Featherstone. If that pass had gone to hand to Row Party, it had Richard Gay to beat, but certainly a lot of danger there.
Yep. Enterprising attack down the left. Featherstone make another substitution. Neil Roebuck's come on for Carl Gibson. I would have thought they'd move Chris Bibb back to full-back, Steve, but they don't appear to have done so far. Okay. John Sharp. Mark Jones. Okay, Grant for the gap. Oh, loses the ball. Yeah, I thought pulled out of his grasp by Brendan Tutor, given by the touch judge. Jones. Tackled by Ellis and Gunn. McNamara. Featherstone offside at this side, but the referee stood up to play the ball. Touch judge is on. Referee speaking to Richard Gunn. Brings over Leo Casey. Been playing about 32 minutes. Penalty to Hull. Use of the knee. Casey went in with a knee at the tackle. Mark Hewitt. So it's Russ Walker. Jones. Oh, good run by Mark Jones. Street. Well, that looks high from Casey on Street. Walker. Street to Hewitt. To Hewitt. Hewitt will score. Oh, Hewitt will score. It seemed to be a move that was going wrong, Steve. It seemed that Hewitt's support, whoever it was, wasn't there, so Hewitt just started to run, ended up underneath the Featherstone's posts. Certainly kept his head threaded a way through. Now he's going to try to well, another try to Mark Hewitt, solidify his progress in the first team. There's often those set plays that go wrong that produce tries. Certainly Mark Hewitt was looking to ship the ball out wider out, but the Featherstone defence had moved out that way. Somebody hadn't moved across, and the gap was there up the middle. Mark Hewitt converts his own try, his second goal of the afternoon, and Hull lead by 16-4. I make it we've got 7 minutes to the interval.
Mark Hewitt takes it from the restart, gets over the 20-metre line, tackled by Gary Price. Here comes Jones, and all making the yards pretty easily. Ellis all over Jones. Jim Smith very reluctant to give penalties to either side for holding down the play of the ball, and that's resulting in a bit of niggle there. Sharp. Doyle. Deve. Running pretty wide. It's the last tackle, Hull just short of the halfway. And Doyle will kick. And he's going to make a great touch about 7 metres from the Featherstone line. Well, if you're going to kick for touch, that's where you put it, and that was a first-class kick. Rob Wilson, number 14 substitute, about to come on, and I think Danny Deve, the man to go off. Well, they're holding up 11, and that's Danny Deve, although the announcer has said McNamara, it isn't. So Featherstone head and ball. Here comes Row Party, playing standoff from that scrum. Good hit by Wilson. Pearson gets the 20-metre line, tackled by John Sharp. Roebuck. Price. 3 Hull men in the tackle. Daunt. Casey, well met, loses the ball, goes forward. Penalty for offside against Featherstone, losing the ball, is rolling forward. And but is the... I didn't see who made that hit. Was it Jeff Doyle on Casey? Because it certainly was an ideal one. The force of the tackle dislodging the ball. And Mark Hewitt will have a shot at goal here. Hull leading 16-4. I would have thought at the start of the game that Featherstone had the advantage of the wind in the first half, but we've seen the Hull kicks got a pretty good distance. Yeah. Perhaps it's... Maybe it's not strong. Maybe at pitch level, maybe it's a bit stronger up here in the gantry than it is down on the field. So Hewitt taking his time. This kick some 13-14 metres in from the touchline. Oh, it just fades to the left of the post. So the lead remains at 12 points, 16-4. And Pearson drops out for Featherstone. Gets good distance there. It went a long, long way. John Sharp takes it and makes it back to the 30-metre line. Hewitt is at acting halfback. Wilson, good run by Wilson. McNamara was decoy on the other side of the ruck. Jones, good run by Jones into the Featherstone half. Hull replying well here, taking 2 tackles to get back to Rovers territory, 3 tackles rather. Here's Street. Sharp, inside to Gay. It's the last tackle. Hull are 35 metres out. Short side play. Russ Walker is entrusted with the kicking. No, not a bad one actually, as it turns out, but Row Party gets away. A Pib rather gets away on that far side and is eventually collared by Greenwood. Row Party this time from acting half. Daunt. Price, an angled run. Daunt. Pearson Featherstone moving it wide, but well looked after. Rob Wilson and Mark Hewitt in at the tackle. Daunt out to Tutor. Tutor throws the dummy and goes. He's got away. Gary Nolan in pursuit. Ball inside. It's play on. Came off his boot. Richard Gay has to turn. Simpson all the way. Should score now, surely. Or is James Grant going to get there first? A try is given. Well, I'm not sure he got to it in the end. Seemed to bobble away from him, whether the hand was there first or not. But the try is awarded. Touch judge nodded affirmation of the try to the referee, and Featherstone in the last minute of the first half come back to 16-8 with the conversion to come. Well, we don't have the facility, but anyway, some nifty footwork by Owen Simpson. And Pearson successful with the goal. That's a good goal kick. 16-10 the score. But once again, Brian, the damage done by Brandon Tutor. Threw the dummy and got away, and he always supplies, or most often supplies, a very good ball once he's made that little break.
Yeah, did well on the outside, and Simpson did well actually to keep his head, Steve, because the ball went to ground to start with and he hacked it on. And he was certainly first there, but as you say, whether actually touched it down or not, we can't say from here, but the touch judge was a lot nearer and said he did. It's 16-10. We're into injury time in this first half. At least 3 men, hold men offside at the kick. Price. Ellis. Oh, well tackled by Wilson. Knock forward, signalled by the touch judge. Really good tackle by Wilson. Ellis certainly felt that one. Tackle by Pearson. That's the half-time hooter. So at half-time, it's Hull 16, Featherstone 10. And I'm sure, Steve, we've got plenty more points to come in the second half.
Yes, it's seen quite a lot of enterprise by both sides, particularly by Hull, who played quite an expansive game in this first half, and have looked all the better for doing so, really. Had the Featherstone defence pedalling backwards, but Rovers with that try just before half-time really giving themselves a chance, coming back in at 16-10. Should be a good second half. Second half about to start. Mark Hewitt, Hull with that 16-10 lead. The sort of game this end of the season could go either way. Both sides have conceded yards in defence, and but Hull, I think, certainly had the edge in the first half in terms of football they played. As far as we can tell, they've got the advantage of the wind, though Hull were able to make yards into the wind with the kicks in the first half, so perhaps on pitch level it isn't as strong as we thought. But taken by Doyle on the 20-metre line. Gunn drops off Ellis. Again, Jeff Doyle there in the tackle. And Rob Wilson comes in to make a tackle. Oh, the referee says it went back. But suddenly Ellis is hurt. Felt the full force of Rob Wilson's shoulder. I think Rob Wilson enjoyed that rather more than Mark Ellis, Brian.
Yeah, he certainly caught him in the ribs. Came in third man as Ellis was still making progress, but the ball certainly, in fact, the ball certainly went forward. It should have been a scrum down. Referee says play on. So Gibson is warming up to come back on, but I think Ellis will be okay. I think he'll feel it in morning, though. Roebuck, tackled by Gary Nolan. Tutor. Look, drops it. Mike Jones picks it up. Hewitt. Doyle. Straightens up and goes. Oh, lovely ball out. Oh, not such a lovely ball out. Doesn't go to hand. Picked up by Rapati. Wilson kicks through it to play the ball. It's Bibb. Certainly Wilson's heavily involved. I think Bibb looks like he twisted himself then. It's Bibb. Getting to his feet pretty gingerly. Nothing in the tackle. He'll play the ball. He's already his left knee's heavily bandaged. Price. Ooh, big tackle by Jones. Gunn. Tackle by Russ Walker and John Sharp. Casey. Good tackling by Hull. Hull. Jones and Walker right in the tackle. Tutor. Gets rid of it. To Ellis. Oh, but Jeff Doyle gets hold of Ellis. Good tackling this by Hull. Look on the fifth tackle. Pearson kicks high. Gaze ball. Gets outside Casey. Tackle by Roebuck. Greenwood. Wrapped up by Brett Downs. Jones. John Sharp, close to the play of the ball. Good run by John Sharp. Takes him into the Featherstone half. Hewitt kicks. Should be Bibb's ball. Good kick by Hewitt. Bibb takes it in his in goal. Oh, beats Gary. Oh, does well to make the field of play there, Chris Bibb. Oh, good tackle by Wilson. On namesake, Ikram Butt. Tackle by Russ Walker. Don't. Tutor. Good tackle. Lovely tackle by Steve McNamara on Tutor. Price. Gets rid of the ball to Martin Pearson. Well, Pearson does well. Should have passed first time there, Pearson. Brendan Greenwood. Wilson. Wilson. Doyle. John Sharp into the gap. To McNamara. To Doyle. Doyle still going. Well picked up by James Grant. Good attack this by Hull. Determined to keep the ball alive. Got to move it left quickly. Gay. Tackled by Price. Tim Street. Oh, slips it to Wilson. Dummies. Oh. Gets rid of it. Hewitt. Ooh. McNamara for the drop. Looks good. It's there. Good set of six there by Hull State.
He has plenty of efforts to keep the ball alive. It's ahead. And certainly in the early stages of this second half, Hull on top territorially. Pearson restarts. Brandon Greenwood gets over the 20-metre line. Hewitt, McNamara makes another 10. Jones the decoy, Walker hits it up. Sharp to Wilson, nice flat ball, ball goes loose. Featherstone have it. So a chance for Featherstone to attack. Oh, nice ball by Tutor. Roebuck, he's got Simpson outside him. Has he lost him? Yes, he has. But Roebuck gets to his feet again. He's tackled 10 metres out. And a knock on by Neil Roebuck. Well, that's spoilt a very good position for Featherstone. Another lovely ball by Brandon Tutor, Brian.
Yeah, beautiful ball. Greenwood. Whoa. Good tackle by Tutor. Greenwood loses the ball. Hard lesson of coming in first division. So it's Dort to feed. Simpson. Roebuck. Don't. Pearson. Rapati. Oh, good tackle. That Wilson on Rapati. Casey. Oh, good. Another good tackle. That time by Wilson again. Price. Don't. Oh, Rapati. Good tackle by Gary Nolan. Last tackle. Pearson. Oh, well picked up by Hewitt. Jones. Street. John Sharp. Oh, good. Hull clear the line well there. Street again, takes it up. Oof. Last tackle. Doyle. High in the air. Good kick by Jeff Doyle. Might be too strong. It isn't. Just fans touch. 2 yards inside the corner flag. Dort feeding again. Hull offside. John Sharp breaking from the scrum. I think Gary Nolan was offside as well. Martin Pearson. Casey. Ellis. Price on the drop-off. Good tackle by Mark Jones. Featherstone going left, don't. To the other Price, another tackle by Jones. Price again. To Gunn. Last tackle. Tutor going for the line. Don't. Oh, to Pearson, should score, and he does. Lovely drop-off ball there to Pearson, coming straight. Caught the whole defence flat-footed under the posts. And Pearson will try to convert this, and he should. See Danny Devey coming back for Hull. So Pearson, he kicks it. So score now, Hull 17, Featherstone 16. Mark Hewitt. Goes to try score a Pearson. Tackled by McNamara. Wilson. Gunn running off. Tutor, oh, knock on. So it's Hull's head and ball. Unforced error there by Brendan Tutor. Hewitt, Doyle, Gary Nolan. Prop scores, or just Pearson just gets his ankle. Grant to Doyle. To Richard Gay. Jones. Well, big run by Matt Jones. Took some stopping. Featherstone yards offside on this side here. Russ Walker. Hewitt. Sharp. Oh, Gay picks it off his toe end. He's up. Oh, Grant lost the ball as he just is going over the line. We haven't seen that move for a few games, Steve.
No, it wasn't greatly executed by John Sharp, but what a great take by Richard Gay. And then he picked up James Grant and just unable to cross. Featherstone man down. Mark Jones I saw a few moments ago holding his leg. This is Pearson? I think it is. Danny Devey returning for Russ Walker. Very tight game, 17-16. I think we've seen a lot of good football, actually. You might think it was, with a score like this, that it was a bit of end of season-ish with 25 minutes to go, but I think we've seen a lot of good stuff in this game. Ropati. Wilson. He gets away from Wilson this time, but he doesn't get away from John Sharp. Pearson. Knocked down by Wilson and Sharp again. Here comes Ellis. He's again wrapped up by Wilson, getting to a lot of tackling. Honestly enthusiastic player. Long ball out to Simpson. Gets on the outside of Greenwood, but doesn't. Oh, lovely ball inside from Simpson to Roebuck. And now Tutor. This is good attacking play by Featherstone. Great support work. Richard Gunn loses it. Ball goes back, says the referee. I think he probably did. Crowd felt it was a knock-on. Don't. Tutor. Taken by Doyle, but manages to get it away as he usually does. And James Grant and Steve McNamara wrap up Gary Price. Don't. Kicks into the Hull 20. Richard Gay has to go back to collect. And that's a pretty good Featherstone chase. Price and Roebuck make the tackle. Greenwood away from acting half, but only a few yards. Jones up to the 30-metre line. Well, the referee really is letting all sorts of interference go and play the ball from both sides. Street. Put down by Ellis. Wilson, 40 metres from his own line. It's the last tackle. McNamara kicks again for this corner. Ball bounces quite well for Bibb. And he's tackled by John Sharp on the 20-metre line. Simpson will go from acting half, an absolute gap in the whole defence, no second marker there. Daunt, Ellis meets McNamara and Wilson. Gun away from acting half, inside to Daunt. Good work by Brett Daunt. Picks up rope, picks up butt. Now Pearson shows the ball, goes on the outside. Gary Nolan has him, I think. Just knocks him down inside the 20-metre line. Good enterprising attack by Featherstone. Daunt, Tutor, row party, inside to Tutor, back out to Bibb, and that I think was a knock on. Well, it's Featherstone's turn to play some really quite attractive attacking football. A mistake there in the end, but there was some lovely passing and support play leading up to that, Brian. Yeah,
tremendous. Moving the ball left and right, trying to keep it alive. Hewitt to Gary Nolan. Well tackled by Bibb. John Sharp. Good run by Sharp. Deaver. Grant. Street. Doyle. Grant. Doyle into the gap. Last tackle. Hull will go left. Hewitt just going. Oh, brilliant bit of football by Mark Hewitt. Excellent bit of football into the gap, pulled two defenders, inside ball to James Grant under the post.
Well, the key to it, Brian, was the last tackle, and he was sort of shaping half to kick through as well. And the Featherstone defenders just hung off enough for him to draw the two men, and James Grant, who'd been very prominent in two earlier plays in that set of six, scores the try that gives Hull a more comfortable lead again. 5 points the lead with Mark Hewitt to convert. How much progress do you think Mark Hewitt has made over the last few months? He's had an extended run in the first team, hasn't played every game with Des Hasler been in, sometimes has partnered Hasler at half-back. A lot of experience over the last few months. How do you rate his progress?
I think he's done well, and you've just said he's kind of been in and out, which hasn't really been bad for his progress at all. He hasn't been left in long enough, so, you know, he takes a few knocks and loses his confidence. He's still playing with bags of confidence, Mark Hewitt. Very confident player. He showed it then. Last tackle, no panic, just took the ball up to the line, pulled the defenders. He was aware of James Grant and his inside ball, 6 points. Martin Pearson to restart. Brendan Greenwood to Deaver. I'm amazed with Jim Smith's refereeing. It's appalling. People are offside all the time. Everyone's the same for both sides. Interference at the play of the ball. Street. Oof. Nearly gets red. Cromwell stood in front there. Must have been 3 yards offside on that side, Featherstone. Doyle kicks. Long kick by Jeff Doyle, probably too long. Really used the wind then. Carl Gibson coming back on, and it's Gary S. Price going off. So it'll need some rearrangement in the Featherstone side. Ikram Butt. Tutor. Forward. Tackle, okay. Don't to Casey. We haven't seen much of Casey this half. Gets rid of the ball, shouldn't have done. Wilson picks it up. Gary Nolan. Doyle, sharp. Nobody short for him to pass to. That reaches the Featherstone 20. Jones. Doyle, Street, drops off Grant to Doyle, to Hewitt. Is he going to get his hat-trick? Not far off. Sharp. Wilson going. Yeah, I was giving Matt you an extra try there because he's only got one, made one. I'm sure it was off a Featherstone hand. I think the old players and spectators thought so. And it was back to one. Party plays it. It's to Roebuck. Price. Don't. Ripper. Oh, good tackle by Gary Nolan on Tutor then. I know, it's Hull way offside then. Pearson props. High tackle by Doyle. I thought Jim Smith was trying to go through the his last game at the Boulevard probably still without giving a penalty, but he gave one there. So it's Pearson, no injury done, finds touch, just on halfway. Casey. Gunn. Yeah. Don't. Tutor. Oh, Chris Bibb gets out the tackle. Still going. Wilson. Simpson. So Tutor, I think he'll go. He looked up, he sees his room. Wilson, oh, well picked up by Brendan Greenwood. Bad pass there by Tutor. Gary Nolan. Good run by Nolan. it's going to be a penalty to Hull. For don't use the elbow, I think. Jones. Oh, good run by Jones. Straight. Diva. John Sharp. Hewitt, straight. High kick, good kick by Hewitt. Gibson under it. Oh, takes it very well, Carl Gibson. Good kick, under a lot of pressure. Chris Bibb goes. Greenwood tackles. Simpson. Pearson to Rapati. Ikram Butts. Tackled by Sterling. Sterling's out on a run this game. Don't. Oh, good tackle by Dive on Roebuck. Last tackle. Pearson will kick. Goes over Gay's head, but bounces quite calmly for him. Oh, runs past Rapati in, but it's got Grant with him. James Grant. Sorry to go for that. Hewitt. Sharp. Diva. Greenwood. McNamara. Oh, does well. Sterling trying to get short off him, looking for a try. Diva going. Tim Street. Doyle picks it up. Last tackle. Hewitt to the left. Kicks it. Nice kick by Hewitt. Oh, well picked up there by Gibson. Oh, beats Grant and beats Sterling. Don't beat Wilson. Did well there. Ellis. Casey, Price coming back on for Casey. Don't. Roebuck. Oh, to Price who falls down, last tackle. Pearson, nice long ball. Oh, to Simpson. Takes Greenwood on, beats Greenwood. Doesn't beat Hewitt. Oh, Greenwood picks up the ball, does well there, Brendan Greenwood. Followed back, it was beaten, but followed, took the inside ball. Mark Jones. Gay. Richard Gay. Gay looking for a gap. McNamara. Wilson. Wilson to Sterling. Look, oh! Referee brings him back for a forward pass. Very marginal, that one. Street off. Walker back on. Make it about 12 minutes to go. You have to worry. Rapati. Pearson. Tutor. Oh, Ikram Butt knocks on. I don't seem to be able to get Sterling a decent running chance, Dave.
Well, he had had one off Rob Wilson's pass there, but it was just a judge forward. So Hull approaching the last 10 minutes with this 7-point lead. Certainly do with another try to finish things off. Sterling now, here's a run by Paul Sterling. Gets through Gibson the first time, but not the second. And at long last, a penalty for roughing up at the play of the ball. Well, it's taken, I think, 71 minutes. Both sides have been guilty of all kinds of things. It starts as holding down, and then it develops into a kind of niggle. So it's actually testimony to the discipline of the two sides that we haven't had more sparks flying from it, really. It's a bit late, really, starting to give penalties of that sort. They should be given much earlier in the game. Sterling. He'll play it some 35 metres away from the Featherstone line. Roebuck. Featherstone long way offside as the referee marched up with them. And they're about 3 metres back on this side. But Hewitt finds a big gap. He's going for the line. Can he make it? He's got Gibson to beat. He does. Good try, Mark Hewitt. Wonderful individual try. There's this uncanny knack, I think, of Brian, of reading the game, just spotting where that first defensive line might be slightly weak. And certainly once he got through it, he pinned his ears back and beat Carl Gibson for pace to score. That is Mark Hewitt's second try. And surely that now, giving Hull an 11-point lead, is enough to see them through to victory. A big smile on Mark Hewitt's face as he prepares to try to convert his own goal, his own try rather. So he's had 2 tries, 3 goals. 12-point haul for Mark Hewitt. Can he make it 14? And he did all of that on that play, Brian, when the Featherstone defence that he was running against were at least 3 or 4 yards offside as the ball was played.
Yeah, he certainly did. Really ridiculous series of offsides. But Hewitt, yeah, he took the ball more or less standing still. And I suppose, you know, people say about Hewitt, he's not really that quick, and he isn't. But I mean, pace is one thing, but Hewitt's got this great gift of knowing when to run and where to run, and he certainly made the most of his pace then. And when the pace mattered, he could run past Carl Gibson. So it's Hewitt. And he kicks the goal. But certainly Hewitt's day. I'll be most surprised if he doesn't get the man of the match today. So it's Martin Pearson to restart. We make it about 5 minutes left. Hull with a 13-point lead at 29-16. Richard Gay under it, gives it to Danny Deaver. We'll be playing for Featherstone next season. He gets quite a warm welcome from his new teammates. Oh, terrible laying on right in front of the referee. Jones. Mark Hewitt, as we predicted, gets the man of the match award, with 2 tries and 4 goals. John Sharp. Walker. McNamara kicks. Good kick by Steve McNamara. Fans touch. 10 yards from the Featherstone line. All content to do that, just use the time up. 13-point lead. Maybe what, 4 minutes to go. Brett Dote to feed. Brett Dote's done very little actually in this game. I mean, they're disappointed because at the game at Post Office Road he had an excellent game for Featherstone. But I suppose because his forwards haven't been on top, he really hasn't done a great deal. And there's a strong rumour that Bobby Goulden will be playing at Featherstone next year. Pearson didn't beat Doyle. Chris Bibb runs at Walker. Don't. Tutor on the switch, tackled. Don't again, Martin Pearson, Price. Tackled by Gary Nolan, who's for me he's had a pretty good game for Hull in the centre. Tackled well and he's run strongly when he's had the opportunity. Don't. Drop off move to the other Price. Oh, well upturned there by Wilson and Walker. Pretty good tackle at this stage in the game, that one. Martin Pearson chips a nice one. Mark Hewitt's there. Oh, picks it up. It's a bad bounce, but Hewitt gets to it. Jones. Good run by Mark Jones. Penalty to Hull for interference at the play of the ball. That's 2 in 5 minutes. Hewitt's going for goal. Crowd moan. Determined to add to his glory, I think. Plus the fact it uses a minute up. Pretty straight, about 40 metres out. Looks good. It's there. Beautiful. 31, Hull 31, Featherstone 13. Beautiful penalty goal by Mark Hewitt. Steve McNamara telling old players to hold the ball for 6 tackles. If we can have a ball. Pearson to restart. Goes for the short one, well picked up by McNamara. Jones. Good tackle by Pearson. John Sharp. Had a pretty good game, John. Sterling. Sterling, opening out. Sterling. Oh, great run by Paul Sterling. He's been stabbed with the ball when he gets it. Bags the pace, penetration. Oh, nice, Grant. Oh, Gibson makes it dead. Good attack that by Hull. A great run by Paul Sterling. Into injury time. Featherstone to drop out from underneath their own post, so won't be any hurry to do this. So it's Pearson to restart. High, holes in the wind, it goes to Hewitt. To John Sharp. To Wilson. Wilson. Gets rid of it to Sharp. Russ Walker. Hewitt, DB. Gary Nolan, he'll score. Yeah, Gary Nolan from there into the gap. Lovely ball from Danny DB. Gary Nolan on his outside was always going to be too strong. It puts the score to 34. Sorry, 35. I forgot about the drop goal. 35. I think Mark Hewitt, even in his present form, will find it quite difficult to kick this goal from wide out. But you won't bet against it, Steve.
No, it's certainly been his day, but it's another good performance by Gary Nolan and a deserved try for Gary here at the end. He's in a rich vein of try-scoring form, and quite a few of the passes for his tries in recent matches have been given by Danny Diva, as it was then. I think it's been an interesting game, this. Even first half, Hull on top early stages of the second half, and then a good Featherstone fight back. Came back to within 1 point, and certainly for some while pressured the Hull defence and caused a few problems, but Hull in the latter stages have got well ahead. Hewitt kicks. It looks good to me. Brian, I should have taken tenner off you then. Mark Hewitt successful with the goal kick. That's the best of the afternoon, certainly for him. And there it is. That's a nice way to end the game for Hull. 37-16. Mark Hewitt kicks his 6th goal. He scored 2 tries as well. And that's a personal haul of 20 points as Hull have won by 37-16. Well, looking at that result, you might think the game was a little bit end of season-ish, but I think it's been very competitive. Both sides have played some good football, and Hull finish certainly the stronger, Brian. A deserved victory and played with some style. Yeah,
I mean, I thought I realised the defences weren't as tight as in some games this season, but the fact is that Hull did try to get the ball wide, did play some good football and came up with some attractive tries. Well, next week is the last game of the season, at home to Lee. So we'll see you next week. So from Brian Holwell and Steve Hollis at the Boulevard, it's good afternoon. And Hull are getting a good round of applause from the crowd for a really scintillating display.